How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today, we're going to go through a lot of things, okay? So there's a lot of stuff coming out from insiders and people from the inside who've known things in the past. There's a lot of things coming from them right now, and I want to cover all of it. So we're going to go through a bunch of their posts, a bunch of the information. Some of this stuff has been compiled by some people, but other stuff hasn't been actually included in lists that people have created. So I want to go through everything and talk about it. Now, as you may know, yesterday I made a video about KingZell, who is an insider who's been correct pretty much every single time so far, as you know, as far as I can remember, looking through all the information that he's posted. He's been correct all the time so far, and I want to cover all the things that he's been saying so far, including also things that are, you know, from the past and things that are currently happening, as for, you know, Pokemon, Nintendo Directs, and things happening. For example, you may remember yesterday I made a video about him saying that 13 is the number that we should, you know, remember. 13 is the important number, and now we're speculating that, oh, it's going to be next week on the 13th, or there's going to be 13 days from yesterday, which would be on the 21st of February. So anything is possible, but I want to go through every single post he's been, you know, included in, that he's been part of, as well as other insiders that have been part of these posts here in this, like, thread. I want to go through all of it, give my opinions, and talk about it, so please be aware it's going to be a long video. It's going to be longer than usual, so please be aware of that. If you want to just look at all this on your own, I'll link it down below, but it's going to be a lot of links, okay? It's a long-ass thread, and I've gone through and looked through every single one of them, but we'll start from Umbra's post here, which kind of summarizes some of them for us, so we don't have to go through them all, you know, instantly, like, you know, snap a finger and go through them like that, but instead we have a few of them compiled at least. So let's do that first, shall we? So here we go, guys. So first things first, Umbra posted this on Twitter yesterday, and of course new things have happened since then, but I haven't been able to see those yet. It's just a long-ass thread, and it's kind of hard to find those things from KingZell and stuff. Either way, so one of the things that was posted here by KingZell, which is actually related to Pokemon directly, is a question that was asked by Vegeta-sama on Recetera to KingZell, saying that KingZell, Zell, and Emily, Pokemon 2019 will be revealed after the General Direct this month. And then KingZell responded saying, "It's coming out this year, so this Direct or E3 will be the best bet. You guys can't wait." And then he, in quotations, he puts, "Good things come to those who wait," which is also part of the name of the thread. So he put that there to kind of, I don't know, kind of like poke at us, which gets me a little bit worried, because him saying that, like, so this Direct or E3 will be the best bet, you guys can't wait, that gets me a bit worried, because I'm thinking that what we're going to be getting in this Direct is the reveal, okay? The reveal of what the games are called, right? So, for example, Sun and Moon, right? We only got to see the logos when they were revealed. We only got to see the logos and some of the development stuff, but we never got to see anything like beyond that, just the logos. And then later on, we got the trailer revealing the starters and stuff, and the actual official full-on trailer. But you know, before that, we just had the logos shown off. And I think that's what's going to happen here, guys. I think they're going to do a Pokemon reveal on this Direct this upcoming next week, if it's happening next week, or on the 21st, because we don't know what that 13 means. That 13 could mean, you know, 13 days from now, 13th February, 13th of next month. It could mean anything, but I think everybody so far is saying it's going to be next week, and it's going to be on the 13th, which does make sense. It lines up perfectly, right? Based on all the stuff we've seen so far. And if Pokemon is a thing that we're going to be seeing as well, we should remember that Pokemon so far has not been included in any Nintendo Directs and revealed any, like, mainline core RPG brand new generations. Those have never been included in Nintendo Directs. I think Omega Ruby has been, and like stuff like that, like remakes and stuff have, and follow-up games like Ultra Sun and Moon. That sort of stuff has been in like normal Nintendo Directs, but I don't think any like new generation has been. But do remember though, this could be the first time they do that, because remember, there's been a shift in how Game Freak and Nintendo and the Pokemon Company announce Pokemon games. I remember last year, right? Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Generation 8 2019, and also Pokemon Quest were all announced in a press conference that nobody knew about, right? Or, I mean, at least the insiders knew about it, but we didn't know that it was going to happen, besides the insiders telling us, and then we were sitting there waiting, and all of a sudden, they just start dropping information on Twitter, and then, you know, a few hours later, it's on YouTube as well. Like, it was so random, right? It was totally out of the blue. It wasn't in a Nintendo Direct, it wasn't in a Pokemon Direct, it wasn't in anything like that. It was just totally random, okay? And it was announced through a a press conference, which they've never done before like that. They usually never do that. They do it just through like a Nintendo Direct or just a random trailer. That's how usually it happens. But this has been different, which is what gets me to think that things are changing in how they announce their things. And if they're doing a big Direct next week, if it's happening, because we don't know yet, it could be that KingsL ends up being wrong here, which he hasn't been so far, but if he ends up being wrong, then, well, shit, you know, we're all screwed. But do remember though, if it is correct, there's a chance we'll see Pokemon as the final thing revealed in the Nintendo Direct, just like the logos, just telling us what the games are called, because they haven't given us anything so far, and I think what we're going to be getting is, we're going to get ourselves the logos revealed, but then in, like, I think, you know, in E3, we might see the actual full-on trailer for the games, right? I mean, gameplay and stuff. That's what might happen. That's what I think might happen. That's what seems like the most reasonable. So that's what I'm thinking about that. So yeah, this is what KingsL said so far about Pokemon. Let's go on here and see in the next thing, which is and talk about the retro Star Fox game. I only heard about this last year before E3, and after that didn't hear about it. All cancelled, finish, I'm not sure. So he doesn't know about the Star Fox game. About third-party games, I hope you guys are enjoying the ports, because there is more of them on the way with better Japanese support. So more Japanese-esque type, you know, those sort of games. And that's mostly what he had collected here. But I've collected some other things, thanks to a friend of mine who, you know, will go through a lot of this information. He sent this my way, so I thought we'd go through all of these one by one here. So we'll start from here, which is one of the things that he shared. So you got KingsL right here, saying, I know as much as you now, buddy, but it can be in the next Direct or at E3 or in its own Direct. See you next week. And this was somebody asking KingsL, so in your opinion, Pokemon reveal will not be in a Pokemon Direct. And he just says, I don't know, man. I know as much as you, man. I know as much as you. It can be in the next Direct or at E3 or in its own Direct. See you next week. But the fact that he says see you next week there gets me a little bit sketchy, like, you know, I feel like you got something up going on here, little KingsL. I think you got something up there. So like I just said at the start of the video here, there is this feeling for me that there's going to be a Pokemon reveal, just a logo reveal, just the logos, right? Not the gameplay or anything like that, just the logos are going to be revealed in this upcoming Direct. That's the feeling I have. But I could be wrong. So either way, let's continue. The next thing here he said, which was that there are a bunch of announcements coming this year, but I'm not sure when. So he does point out that he doesn't know when, and here's a spoiler for which ones there are. Pikmin 3, which I guess is a port, Mario Maker 2, Box Boy, and of course the 2D Zelda and the Pokemon game. MPT probably will be at the Direct. So yeah, that is one of the things he posted right there. Let's continue on to the next one here. Here he goes and answers a question. So somebody said, told him, Bowser said, KingsL, thank you a lot, really. Do you hear anything about the Switch revision between? Once again, thanks a lot. No more stress for a few days. And here's he talking about the potential upcoming revision of the Switch, like a new version of the Switch they might be doing. And I think what he says here is, I think that I talked about it before. I mean, there was a talk about it even last E3, and of course Nintendo is working on something new/small. I don't know. And then somebody also asked, KingsL, how does it feel being named in every video games website worldwide? Not good, really. This is why I need to stop this, and I'm out. Enjoy the next Direct, and I'll see you all soon. So here he essentially confirms that next week we're getting a Direct. He essentially confirms it at this point, so that's interesting. But then he continues on. We continue on here, and this is something from Emily. So Emily Rogers, been right, been wrong about stuff in the past. Very much like an individual that a lot of people, you know, do trust, a lot of people don't trust. It's a little bit of an, you know, iffy situation. And this was posted actually after his post right here, but I have this on a separate tab here. So either way, just to point out, this could be, you know, again, Emily's been right in the past, she's been wrong in the past, so do keep that in mind. But either way, she was also in the conversation. So somebody asked, also, regardless of your opinion of the on the port debacle, I know some people who will be livid about Pikmin 3 coming out when 4 has been in development for so many years. And then she responded here saying that contrary to what Miyamoto said about Pikmin 4 being almost finished, it was actually rebooted at some point during development, which is why we haven't heard about anything about it yet. So if anybody Pikmin fan, there you go, you got that information at least. So we continue on here. This is like a listing, and I went through, like, trying to look through, like, you know, all the KingsL listings. So this is basically like a thread. It goes through all of them, and it goes through which ones have been confirmed. And if you look at, like, KingsL here, this one was confirmed, KingsL. These ones are the ones that are supposed to be coming soon. Let me see. KingsL. Here we go. KingsL here. Animal Crossing was confirmed. What else? KingsL, this one was said that Mario Maker is coming in 2019. That's what we're waiting for. Kingzell. That's about it for the Kingzell ones. I can't really find the Pokemon ones that included. But if you want to look through all the, like, in the Switch Rumor archive, this is it. Like, I'll link it down below as well. Either way, next thing here. So, this is also posted by Kingzell. He said that there are a bunch of announcements coming this year, but not sure when. We already went through that. And here again is Emily responding to something Pikmin related. They were talking about Hey Pikmin. And now a new Pikmin project is still in development. Fair enough. Like I said, there's a lot of things to go through, and some of them are, like, kind of repeating, you will notice. Also, some of them, like, I don't remember where I put all of them. Here we go. Here's one, another one. Actually, no, I've already seen this one as well. There it is. Okay. So, he was responding. Nate Drake here is also another individual that seems to hold some level of, like, credibility for inside stuff. And he was talking, you know, responding to here, saying this is true. And also, have you heard anything about Kingdom Hearts possibly coming to the Switch? And then Nate Drake's responded saying it's being explored / considered / tested. No firm plans have been made yet. So we got through that. And Emily Rogers also responded down here with something else. Somebody asking about Pikmin 3 and saying I listed the 2013 port as having a 70% chance of releasing this year. Honestly, I think it has a 100% chance. The other Wii U port may or may not release this year. I say that because the lineup is pretty stacked already. So I'm not sure if they'll need the other Wii U port as a gap filler. Might be smarter to have to save it for 2020, honestly. Anyway, next thing. Again, another thing about the retro Star Fox game that he mentioned earlier as well. Again, a lot of these are repeating because I had these open in a million different tabs. Again, same thing here. Going through the same kind of thing. Nothing too new. Trying to boom, here we go. A blend, you look currently at the third-party supported / ports and get a general feel for what is coming. Somebody asking him, ignore me if you don't feel like answering, but last gen only or current gen ones as well. Boom, and then somebody here asked as well, a blend, you can look at the current third-party support and ports and general feel for what is coming. This is true, etc., etc. There's a million different things to go through here. Boom, here we go. So here's another question to Emily saying, seriously, my heart can't handle the bombs Emily and Kingzell are dropping. I hope someone compiles everything Kingzell and Emily have said. Got to clean up this debris after the drop bombs. Honestly, I didn't say much. Only thing I said is Pikmin 4 wasn't dead. Zell, on the other hand, lol. Well, true, Zell has been saying a lot of things. Nathan Drake again jumps in here, just mentioning a few things. I'm trying to jump through this as much as I can, just so I can get to the important stuff. Here we go. Here's the longer post. I'm sure it was evaluated at and a lengthy holding of Trilogy was deemed meaningless. It's done. No reason to hold it for 2-3 years. Release it at a little later than originally planned. And here we're talking about the Metroid Prime 4 being delayed, and then the Metroid Prime Trilogy happening, which has been rumored for a long time. And then he says, my information about the release being first half hasn't changed. I've checked on it, and I've been told, it remains the plan. If Zell is thinking / expecting it in Direct, then that just gives extra confidence in the info remaining accurate. And somebody was asking here, are you saying that due to Kingzell's thinking it will be in the next Direct, or have you heard something like that too? Again, more and more stuff. We'll skip through some of these, and here you go. So this is Emily kind of linking to one of her like lists of rough estimated game announcements that could potentially be coming. We can kind of look at that in a second, but you know, we'll look through what else we have in here. And also here is another like thing that Nate does point out, which is also keep in mind that not everything shared / discussed today is directly related to Direct. Some is just general 2019 information and what to expect from the year. So yeah, a lot of stuff they mention on here may not actually happen this year. Or sorry, may not happen in this Direct, but will happen this year. Either way, let's go. So, this is just Kingzell responding to somebody saying SNES, saying, lol, I thought it's a game name, and trying to figure out what it was. No idea about that. Isn't that a big of a deal? And I'm not sure if, you know, he meant that about the SNES thing, which is something I read on a previous post. Again, you guys might be a bit confused. I am as well. There's too much shit here to go through. And here is the same thing as I mentioned earlier. So in your opinion, Pokemon reveal not happening in Direct. Again, he says the same thing. We've gone through this a million times, and I'm sure why I keep showing you this. I feel like I've opened up these a million times and they're just not updating properly. And here again, somebody is asking him about the same thing again. Jeez, man, there's a lot of these like same ones. I think it's because I didn't save these properly. I should have actually screenshotted each one of them individually. That would have been way more effective. We would have skipped a lot of the a lot of issues, so to say. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, this is the final thing I want to go through. So this is the final one, and I finally found it. So this is the thing that was mentioned by Emily, saying that, you know, there are a few games coming. The most likely Nintendo published games announcements for 2019, 70% or higher. Mystery Game 1, Mystery Game 2, Mystery Game 3, Mystery Game 4, eShop Game 1, Mystery Wii U Port 1, eShop Game 2, eShop Game 3, new Labo Kit, the maybe games for 2019, the wildcard titles, Retro Studios Secret Game, Metroid Prime Trilogy, assuming Zel's info and Imran's info are correct, Mystery Wii U Port 2, final update February 8th. I'm adding eShop Game 3 to the list. This is shaping up to be a big year for eShop digital releases. Fair enough. And I think we've gone through a majority of the stuff we had to go through in this one. So, if there's anything I missed though, I'm going to go through here and see if Umbra has posted about it, because I think Umbra went through most of it. And again, here is Zel's, statement about Pokemon, which we've already seen a million times now. I'm not sure why I'm, getting it up again. And let's see. And okay, somebody here is saying that Kevin360 are saying, I think this is King Zel's retirement. And then King Zel responds, sadly it's true, I'm okay with the heat, but people are spinning what I said and starting rumors like crazy. It's just not worth it. From now on, I'm just here to watch. God help my soul if it turns out not true. That would be, damn, I mean, yeah, that is, oof, yeah, just, ooh, oh boy. That would be detrimental. Let's just put it like that. That would be detrimental. So yeah, of course Emily's been active as well. We already talked about that, the Pikmin 4 thing. So yeah, we're going through a lot of the stuff here right now, but I want to again reaffirm, right? King Zel just said 13 is the number, which means, and he also reaffirmed there for a second that it's going to be a Nintendo Direct of some sort. Now, will Pokemon be shown? No clue. Will Pokemon have a Pokemon Direct later this month? No clue. When will Pokemon be shown off? No clue. Honestly, at this point, I don't know anything, because everything is just a little bit all over the place. But I want to know your opinions, guys. What do you guys feel about this? What are your thoughts about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy, then drop a like down below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.